Hey, welcome back to Tears Over Beers.
Yeah, this is Brothers 5 Gaming. We're now exclusively a Star Wars tier channel.
Is that we're just changing the whole channel?
We just do Star Wars tiers all day, every day. Tune in tomorrow for your next Star Wars tier.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be Grains of Sand on Tatooine. Ranked
I hate sand.
Best Wars. Yeah, they're all...
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
They're all F. It's Anakin ranked them, so there you go.
This is Star Wars characters, which we may not agree on,
and I don't know a lot of them because
we're gonna try to run through this. But... You know, I put don't know, but I think that we actually at least know something about all of these guys. But we'll see. All
right, Ashoka.
Ahsoka. I would like to give an A.
I mean, I only know her as far as the
live action.
Yeah, so and she's pretty cool in that. And I know a little bit from the. I watched a very little bit of the animated. So.
She's one of the best characters in the animated series.
Okay.
To the point that when they revived the series and did another season, it was basically a mini series that just focused on her right at the time that Order 66 happened.
Okay.
It's like 4 episodes, and I think the whole season's like 6 episodes, and the other 2 that don't deal with that aren't good.
Okay.
But those 4 are amazing. It's basically a movie.
All right.
Admiral Holdo. I think she's kind of terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate her as much as some people did, but I'm okay with that. I'd put her in a D if we made a D.
Really like Laura Dern as an actress. I think she's a great actress, and I think that they were like, oh, Laura Dern's going to be in Star Wars. I'm like, well, that's awesome. And then they just fucking threw her character out the window.
All right.
Not literally. That was Leia. But anyway.
Hey-o.
Anakin.
So I think...
All right, this is like a... He runs all over the fucking tier, honestly.
Well, take him for what you thought he was in the animated series, which, from my understanding, is much better. Because in the fucking live action, he's a C at best. So put him between.
Yeah, so animated, he's probably an A or S at times. I mean, he's basically the main character.
Yeah.
And in the live actions, he's a C to sometimes terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put him at the top of the Bs.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
As being in between.
Yeah.
And just know, for anyone that might see this and be like, Anakin's a B, there's going to be half of you are going to say, Anakin is clearly an ass. Or they're going to say, Anakin is a B. He's the worst character in Star Wars ever.
Oh, I will say...
Talking about divisive.
I know you haven't seen it yet, and I won't do any spoilers, but he's essentially in the new Obi-Wan.
Oh, I know he's in it.
So, that's his best... And it's Hayden Christensen. He's playing
so it's his best of any...
I think so, personally, as the live action goes.
And I'm sure it wasn't as palatable back in, like, 2000 for George Lucas to even consider it, but miniseries and TV series are, in a way, much stronger stories than movies.
Because you can develop the character. You have more than an
and
hour
you can take that giant budget you have and split it over 10 episodes.
Yeah, but that just wasn't at the time. That wasn't
at the time. It wasn't a thing. It really wasn't. But now it certainly is. And if they could have done the stories of the Clone Wars as live action Star Wars with those actors, I think they would have get a better rap than they do now.
Like the prequels in general. Can you imagine doing the prequels as like a Netflix series? That would
it would have been amazing. Because again, like, I don't hate the story. It's the focus. It's how they played it out that I think is a problem. They wanted to focus on the love story angle and politics.
Yeah.
And they just weren't the strong suits.
All right, let's
Okay, so Asajj Ventress, I would give a B.
Don't know her, so sure.
She's a villain. She doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities. She is Dooku's apprentice. she's pretty powerful as a Sith, but she's not like incredible. But she's not bad. I wouldn't put her as a C.
Oh.
Yoda.
No, it's not Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
That's what's his name?
The Grogu.
Grogu.
He's a S.
Is he? I mean,
he is. He's a baby Yoda. He's awesome.
I kind of want to put him on an S, but at the same time, it's like, is he really an S, or is he like a high A just because he's so goddamn cute?
Realistically, he's probably here.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's so entertaining to watch.
No, but sometimes he is so badass too.
And I mean, he's gonna probably have more badass moments.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put him in S, I'm not gonna argue either because I fucking love Baby.
He'd probably be the bottom of the S, but but for right now, he's the S.
BB-8.
BB-8, I think is the bottom B or top C. What do you think?
I mean, he's cool, but yeah, he's sure. I mean,
I mean, I think I'm leaning towards here right now. He doesn't have a lot of I mean, he doesn't speak, so he doesn't have dialogue. He doesn't have a lot of huge scenes, but he does have some like scene stealing moments.
He's no R2D2.
But no, he was kind of brought up to be a replacement. And
he's good, but whatever. Boba Fett.
The Boba Fett.
Oh wait, shit, is that? Didn't we think someone else was Boba Fett? Well, we'll get to that, I guess. But this is
we'll get to that.
Boba
Fett.
Where? I mean, I think some people would say he's S, but I would say maybe it's like top of A. Or like
I think he's
in near the top of A. I'll let you decide where.
I'm gonna say he's top of A for so far, and that I think that
he's just cool.
If you were talking about him from the original movies on its own, he was overrated because was not he was not in that much of it, and people just thought he was really cool.
Yeah, he just looked cool.
But there was like no substance to the character.
Right.
So, whatever. But subsequent, I mean, he's got a whole series now.
Right.
I think he's an A.
Sure.
3PO. 3PO.
I kind of think he might be like, if we're rating them like on character, like cinematic characters, like how important they are to like the movies and everything. I think he might be S, because like the movies, like at least the original trilogy, is essentially like, it's almost like seen through the eyes of C-3PO and R2-D2. Those two are very important characters, whether or not like people really notice it or not.
Right.
He also provides a lot of comic relief.
How much do you like him in general?
I like him. He's kind of snooty and prissy, but I mean, you can drop him down to A if you want, but he's a really important character, more important than I think people realize.
Right.
In the original trilogy.
I think I'd put him here.
Okay.
Is I do agree with a lot of your points, and he may be snooty, but he's more likable than Anakin a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
Maybe let's just do R2-D2 while we're at it. I would put him right above him.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he's more likable, but
and there are times where he's separate from 3PO is far, like, I mean, if you're ranking on importance, he is very near the top of S, because he is one of the most important characters in all of Star Wars. I mean, you wouldn't even have the original trilogy occur if Luke didn't get those two droids and R2-D2 didn't have the recording from Leia implanted in him, but that he was Anakin's astromech to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was kind of...
I know. It's shoehorned, maybe. But kinda... that he, like...
What do you call that? You call that, retconning.
yeah, there you go. Just that he was such an important character even back then.
Yeah.
And then even in the future sequel that he was instrumental to finding Luke to begin with too.
Yeah.
But again, that was also shoehorned because whatever.
Yeah.
So, but there's also scenes where he is in battles, like where he has to fight, and he makes it work.
Yeah.
Even as a little astromech droid, he's got his like little rocket pack and whatever. So he's cool.
Yeah.
3PO runs away.
Yeah, but they're both very important characters.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not even going to get into Anakin building 3PO because that's totally a retcon. Whatever. But Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Okay, Cad Bane is a cool fucking character.
Cadbury Cream Egg.
Cadbury Cream Egg.
Sure.
But I would say overall he's probably here. I think he's cooler than Asajj, but and I think that live action maybe they didn't portray him quite as well, but I mean it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
He's not very human looking. But he's just like a cool like gunslinger bounty hunter. Like the character's cool. There's not a lot you can do to say no.
Alright, what's this next thing?
So
this is like a clone trooper?
This is a clone trooper, but I don't know which one.
Let's just put it.
Actually, I bet he's Rex.
Rex? I don't know what that is.
I'm just gonna say he's Rex.
Sure,
because he got the blue armor.
King of the dinosaurs, S tier.
Oh, Rex.
I thought we were rating dinosaurs.
Okay, no, we're not ranking dinosaurs. Rex, I'm going to put right below Anakin.
All right. Oh, here we go.
So this was Andor, right?
Sure, I don't know. I don't know any of the 8 characters from Rogue One because none of them were memorable. So I never. All
right, so names. Andor to me right now is a top of the seas. Andor is getting his own series.
Right.
Maybe that will make him better. Why? I don't know. The series overall
is it going to be the same actor?
But yeah.
Okay, because he's a good actor. Actually, the one saving grace of this character is I liked the actor that portrayed him. He's the one thing that saved him from being completely boring, I thought. So,
all right, maybe a little harsh, but
I'm saying he's a good actor. So all right, I think that's fair. There were actually good actors in that movie. I just think the characters weren't that interesting, but
we don't want to spend too much time trashing Rogue One because we don't agree on.
I've already done that a lot tonight. So Chewbacca,
I think is S.
Probably S. Yeah. I mean, well.
You think he's above Grogu?
They're about on par. They're both kind of like supporting characters.
I'm gonna put him above because he's an OG.
They're like important, but neither of them talk. So
That's true. We might have some talking S tiers above them.
All right, this guy, blind dude.
Yes, he's pretty cool. I gotta say, he's one of the best, like, more interesting characters.
Yeah, he's the best character because he couldn't read the script, so he just like ad-libbed, so that made it better.
Is that real?
No.
I don't know. Is that something that Plinkett said about it?
I just made that up right now, and it's whatever.
Okay.
He's worse than BB-8. Or I don't know. I like the other guy. Oh, I don't know. I think he's
really.
I mean,
I thought he was more interesting. But yeah, I mean, he's also not going to have the longevity, so
I don't know.
It's probably below him.
Go on either side, I guess. I like the actor that played Andor. Is that his name?
Andor.
Better, I guess.
Dooku. We're going to be split on because you don't know much about him.
You
and even
you do it.
All right, even knowing a lot about him,
I put him on don't know, despite having watched the movies with him because
he's not my favorite character or anything, but
he's terrible.
He's not terrible. Mm-hmm. I would probably put him above Cad Bane. And if you've only seen him in the movies, he's terrible.
Yeah.
They don't explain anything. In the movies, they don't... I mean, this is a common theme with almost everything in the movies, that they don't explain anything. But specifically, one of your main villains, you don't explain anything about the character. You don't know his motives.
We're going to get to
You don't know why he's...
We're getting close to another one that...
yeah.
I don't understand his motives either.
Well, okay. Darth Maul.
Oh, and him also. I mean, well...
Right?
He's kind of cool, but he says he has one line in the entire movie, so that's a great way to build up your villain.
I mean, he has other lines and other things.
Sure, but in The Phantom Menace, he has one line.
I think he has 2 lines.
Does he have
there
2?
Are 2 lines, yeah.
Okay.
I had to look them up because I didn't remember them. At one point, I was like, did he talk in that movie at all? And I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, he did talk.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy portraying him is awesome. Ray Park, he's an awesome actor.
Oh, isn't he also, like, didn't he do all his own stunts?
Yeah,
and everything?
yeah.
He's
crazy good. And he did the dialogue himself.
And he was supposed to have more dialogue, wasn't he? And then George Lucas was a fucking retard. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't say that word.
No, take it back.
I'll say dumbass.
Okay.
And he just cut off all his dialogue. And, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's a better character than Dooku.
Probably.
If you're just going on the movies, well, even so, if you're just going on the movies, he's still probably a better character than Dooku because they explain a little more, but they still don't explain much about either of them. And the surprising thing is, a bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen any of the animated things or read anything about them, is that he was presumed dead in Phantom Menace, but he survived.
Well,
and he comes back.
That's just classic Star Wars.
It is. It's maybe more soap opera-y than anything, but yeah.
Top of the S.
Top of the S. Right now, he's the top of the S. I don't think we even need to discuss it at all.
I mean, well, we could just say that we're not rating them on like how nice of people they are.
Well, certainly not. He's the most ruthless in the galaxy.
Because like even in the original, you could have just said like, oh, he's a ruthless asshole, and he's just like, you know, he's pretty evil, and you know, he's just gonna do whatever he can for the Empire. And then they had Revenge of the Sith, where he killed children. And you're like, oh, okay, well, this character we're all like, yeah, he's cool, he's badass, we're gonna like him. And you're like, oh wait, he killed children. Maybe we shouldn't be idolizing this guy.
Well, I mean, do you consider that maybe he killed a lot of other children, you know, in his time as Darth Vader?
Well, yeah, but the original movies didn't say he killed children. He
destroyed Alderaan. How many children do you think were on there?
We didn't see them.
He didn't kill them with his lightsaber.
They were faceless. I didn't care.
Oh boy. So if you kill five
point.
Children with a lightsaber, or 100,000 when you blow up their planet,
you made your point.
He's still top of the S right now.
All right.
Krennic the Villain.
All right, another one.
Rogue One.
I don't remember a lot about, but I do like his actor again. He was in a movie or a show called Bloodlines. I'm not sorry or not, but
I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
Yeah, so
I'm thinking he's probably right here.
I want to put him above the other guy, but I'll whatever, and it's fine. No, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're not allowed to fight over ranking these characters in a movie you didn't like.
I didn't say I didn't like the movie. I just don't think...
You really don't seem like you like it.
I just don't... I think...
You have a lot of critical things to say about a movie that you may have liked. That you don't find any of the characters memorable, and you don't like the...
The movie was entertaining. It just wasn't a great movie.
Okay. Palpatine.
Right below fucking... It's gotta be right below Vader, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, what? Ian McDermott? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Fuck, he's probably the best actor in fucking all... Maybe him and Alec Guinness. I mean, they might vie for best actor in Star Wars. Like, he's so good at what he does.
It's crazy that they cast him when he was young, and he played the Emperor like really like aged up, and then they cast him again as Palpatine when he was old.
Yeah,
and he pulled it off both times.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it might have even been the Mr. Plank review that like talks about just like how much he looks like he enjoys playing this fucking evil son of a bitch.
He really does. He really does.
And like in the prequels,
he eats it up.
Sometimes he's like the only one that looks like he's having a good time. Like, hey, this is a good. This is fun.
Really like. You can trash the prequels all you want, but he is one of the gems of the prequels. Definitely. For sure.
He's
and I mean, there are times where he doesn't have the best things to say or whatever, but it's like he's doing the script he was given.
Oh, but
if they gave him a better script, he would have pulled that off. You know?
Oh, no, he's great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well, for that, I think that's all the time we have today on Tears Over Beers. So we will finish this up next time for you.
We're gonna have to do a speed run in the next video.
Yeah, I seeing the characters, I think there will be less to talk about. So hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
All right.
All right. See you next time for part 2.